Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. I just picked up my first Saturn, and there it is, which means that I can deliver on a quest, a random quest, so I'm going to start the episode off with that. And that is the quest, 315 silver coin, submit. Awesome. Good way to start. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of refining. I have been playing around with some setups. I unfortunately had to stop because that Saturn arrived and the day was coming to an end, so I didn't want you guys to miss that. But I've been playing around with some ideas for little blueprints. This might be cool for a new power setup, you know, something similar to this. I have changed this setup so that we're using the enhanced grinders instead of the small grinders to make the coke powder, because these output 10 and the small grinders did 5, these do 10, so it's a 1-to-1 on these. And someone in the comments made a very good point. Why am I only using one portal? I should have a portal in front of each of these, because the money on the belt is less valuable than the coal that's on this belt now. And I'm wasting a lot of cash doing that. So yeah, good idea. I'll be rethinking how I do things with that in mind. Otherwise, everything else is looking strong. We've got cash and lots of goodies are being made. We've advanced pretty well. I have some research points or upgrade points, and I don't know quite where to use them yet. I'm tempted to carry on down the conveyor belt line, but I also have a few Jupiters in stock, and those Jupiters could go into here and make me some more points. Now, each Jupiter is worth 10 experience. The first one we get at 4, and this increases, I'm not sure how much, but it increases every time you use it. So I've been holding off on that. And I suppose once this box is full, I won't really have a choice. I'll put them through. But the Saturns are worth a few more. They're worth 71.5 experience. Strange number. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at some new stuff. I'd like to get the cauldron to see what that's all about, but I have also unlocked copper powder. So we should probably do that. And that will take me down the line to where I can get stackable crucibles and even craft copper coins and copper bars. The growth potion is the next main quest. And that is actually a fertilizer, and it's got a massive nutrient value and a massive fertilizer value. So that may be something, we're not going to look at that today, obviously, but there's another relic. There's the Mars. That looks like a pretty intense build that uses copper and steel. And then we need to sort out the sand issue, because I am not making enough sand. Could be doing a lot better on this. Although this has backed up. Wow. The glass production is a problem. We'll fix that. But yeah, let's see where the day takes us. Got a lot to do. Let's get stuck in. Okay, over at our post box, we have a bulk order. That requires 2 Saturns. Now, we're not making Saturns fast enough. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. But this random quest, that only needs 1 Saturn. Now, we could do that. It's got 2 days. So I'm going to pin that one so I don't forget. It only takes some nails and a Saturn, and that's another 250. So we'll queue that one up. And then I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to rework this sand, because it is definitely not enough. And this is also very bad. Should definitely be 1 portal per. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to remove this portal and get that out of the way. And I'm probably going to take these belts out, but I want that to run through first. So let's allow that to happen. And that is the end of the day. Our costs were... darn, I missed it, but our profit was massive. Absolutely enormous. I'm also going to have to rearrange some of this, because now I'm going to have spare timber. I cleaned out the old fuel production area that was over here. So that is gone now, since we are only using this one. And let me run across and get a couple of sigils. So we'll take 2 for now. Actually, you know what? We'll take 4, because I might want to redo the coal as well. In fact, that is what I'm going to do. So let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's gone. And then we'll start over here. So we can get rid of those 3 belts for a start. And get ourselves a purchasing portal right there. And basically there won't be any belts. So this will come in, it'll feed straight into this, and then go into 2 more purchasing portals over on this side. And we have a box here that I don't need, so let's grab that. Actually, do I have something in stock that I shouldn't? Yeah, I've got that 1 rock salt. That's fine, that can go. Let's sort out the coal. I'll grab that and pop it on this one. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That was weird. Thought it would have taken the same as what it had. get rid of these 3 belts. Purchasing portal right there. And I'm going to have to just wait it out until these belts run a little bit emptier. In the meantime, let's see how this all works. Oh, I've got to do the stone as well. Well, the stone is a lot cheaper, so I suppose that's okay. But nah, that would need more. Anyway, so one of these produces 20 per minute. We've got the grinders. These grinders do 10 per minute each. So each of these does 20 sand per minute. We'd have to have a lot of them to be able to supply everything for the satin. In the meantime, it's moving. It's not fast, but it's moving. But it does look like things are being held up here from time to time. Yeah, that isn't ideal. We need a bigger buffer on the salt. So I'll take out a couple of bolts and grab a big storage box and do that. And now this light will flow as well. We'll get more sand out and through to the system. Yeah, we're going to have to find out where we use this salt very soon. And the only place I can really see is the brine. Yep, we only use it for brine and for the satin. Yeah, man, that's a bit of a tricky one. Yeah, as long as this is flowing, it's all good. So let's have a look at this copper process. So first thing I need to do, start the research on copper powder. Right, copper powder is done. What's going to be important? I think I'd like to get down to the stackable crucible first. Although malachite looks pretty good. That's expensive and it's a second jewelry type. Let's do the rivets first. So we'll start that research. It's 12 silver coins for that research. That's expensive, man. And we finished the rivets. Good. So now we can have a look at that process. So there is the copper ingots. Copper ingots come from copper powder, right? Copper powder comes from iron sand, soap powder. Oh gosh, big process. It gives impure copper powder and copper powder. So copper powder we can use to craft copper ingots. That's fine. And we can also turn copper ingots back into copper powder. All right, good. Impure copper powder, on the other hand, can be turned into bronze. Oh, right. We have bronze. And bronze can be turned into bronze rivets. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that is a heck of a process. And it all starts with iron sand and soap powder. 6 every 6 seconds. We need 10. Okay, it's crafted at an ethanol. So let's put down an ethanol just so that we can see what's going on. And then check out the recipe. All right. So we need 60 iron sand per minute. Oh, wait, I didn't check where iron sand came from. And then 60 soap powder. Our little setup over here, these each make 10. So I'd need 6 of these. I would need 3 blenders and about 8 linseed oil. All right. So it's probably going to be quite a bit. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more than I got. It's going to be quite a big setup. Let me grab this piece of property here. There it is. So we can unlock that. 15,000 done. I didn't check if there were any new quests, and the day's almost over again. So the bulk order, nope. That random quest, I've got it pinned. Nope. Oh, this one I can do. And this one, I can also do that. So I'm going to need to pick up quite a lot of salt. I need like 320. No, man. Is that salt? Well, that'll certainly help get rid of some of the salt. Right. I am not looking strong here. Oof, I've got no space. And then a Jupiter. So we'll grab one of those. And 90 pulleys. So that's that. Right. And then submit 1. Good. Then another one. I have everything for that. Submit that. Cool. Was pretty good. Nothing else I can do right now. Still waiting for the satin. And yeah, unfortunately, there's no... Look at that. 5 gold coins. Damn, that would have been a good one. I still got 3 days. Maybe I should focus on that one rather. Yeah, I'm going to take this random quest off. I'm going to save up those satins. I need 2 of them. The first one's already almost done. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That sale is going to be massive. So yeah, I definitely think I want to do that one rather. Okay, so we're having a look back at this. Iron powder. We didn't look at the recipe for that. And is that it? Iron sand, that's the one. So we take iron ingots, put them into a grinder, and it looks like it does, well, I don't know, it's every 30 seconds. Is it only 2 per minute? Not sure. But I have, oh gosh, what's happening here? This is all working. Are we backed up somewhere? We're not getting any more steel out. Yep, it looks like we're backed up. So we have iron. Okay, I need to fix this ASAP. So what I'll do is just grab all of this stuff and T to cut it and then move it over just out of the way. And then I'll grab a table and put it over here. And let's get one of those big grinders, the enhanced grinder, and see what that does. If I put this over here, yeah, that's fine. And that's going to do 4 per minute. Oh, right. It's very slow. Now, how much did we need? 60 per minute. Holy cow. So we need 30 of those grinders to be able to make this effective for the copper powder. Hopefully I can stack these. Oh, I can. All right, this for now, we'll throw in like this. Oh, and that's the end of the day. We did okay that day. Not too bad. Good profit. And I can grab a box and shove all of this stuff in. There we go. We are now getting iron sand. But I feel like we're not going to be clearing this fast enough. Yep, it's still not moving. So let's get it flowing out at least. Yeah, something else is definitely wrong. And I am having trouble figuring out what that is. Am I missing a belt or something? Hang on a second. Let's have a quick look under here. Yeah, there's something wrong over there. It's not going anywhere. Ah, man, it's difficult to see what's going on. But I think there's supposed to be a belt in here. Like there. I've got it at the wrong level. Oh, that runs into nowhere. Is that supposed to go to there? I think it is. That's weird. It was working. But no, that didn't fix anything. Oh, we short a coke powder. And I can see what happened. Okay. Let me undo what I did. Right, I think that was right. Yeah, what happened was some of the charcoal powder that was left on the belt has become lodged. And the coke is not getting through, and it's not the charcoal powder that we need, it's the coke powder. I don't know how the heck that happened. Might have been part of the old system. Oh man, that's going to cause such problems. So we're going to have to remove some conveyor lifts and replace them. And hopefully I remember the orientations. That must not go through. Okay, I think I got that clear. And there's some over there as well. And that one's flowing now. Perfect. Right, this one is flowing. Where else are we having problems? That one's coming out. They are all working again. Good grief. I'll have to check those belts and make sure that we aren't getting any more charcoal powder. See, one piece over there. Let's get rid of that. This down this side looks fine. No issues. Okay, in the meantime, wow, we have a lot of iron ingots here already. I think I'm going to need to bring my fertilizer around. So I'm going to do that. We'll have it come up to there. Yep, that's good. We have plenty in storage everywhere. Awesome. So we have iron here that we can use. We're not really using it for anything else. I mean, we have nails here, but nails can only use so much. So we're getting 33.6 iron ingots out of these per minute. I don't know, it feels like more. We're going really fast. Okay, we have finished one satin, and the second one is underway. And I have 2 days on that bulk order, so we should be fine. So let's start with a soap powder setup, and we need 60 soap powder per minute. So I'll just put a blender down. I can see what I need for that. So soap, we need 3 of these. Now I'm not going to have enough iron to support this yet, but I can build that up. That means we need 12,000 linseed oil. That means we need 8 extractors, 240 flax per minute. That is 2 flax nurseries. All right, let's start with that. And we'll put them right next to each other. And feed the fertilizer in. I will just go and get those 2 flax seeds. And that is done. So I'll plant them, and that will be enough to get us going. All right, flax is planted. And then we need the 8 extractors. So we can do... Oh, I'm out of iron ingots. No problem. I have a lot of those. Okay, that's slowed down now. Oh gosh, what now? These are still moving. Yeah, it does look like they're still moving. They're just slower. Yeah, all of these are burning. No, it's fine. It's good. So that's 8 of those. Oh, and I put these last 4 the wrong way around. There we go, that's fixed. And then I can take the outputs. And then I can take the outputs. Why are you doing that? I don't want you to do that. Don't tell me I've got this have I got this the wrong way? I have. Darn it. Let's sort that out. Okay, those are the right way around now, and I can bring this out and plug it into all of those. Linseed, done. Okay, so now we need plant ash, 180. So we need 180 plant ash, and I think that means we need 9 crucibles. Let's see, what does this do? This only does 6, but that also means that we're going to need 2 more farms for the sage. So we'll stick those down, and let's go and get those sage seeds anyway. So we got those, and those are planted. So those need to be, these will be putting out 120 each, I think, per minute, which will be fine. Do I have power coming through here? I have fuel coming through here, so I can bring that around. That's absolutely fine. We'll grab one of these, and let's bring the fuel. Yeah, I think I could bring the fuel over here. So, crucibles, we need 9. There we go. We can, no, I need to move these ones further back. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those stackable ones. Actually, how are we doing? Well, I can get them. Yeah, let's do that. We'll start that research. Now, I don't know what they need. They're probably going to need the stuff I don't have. So I might as well just carry on doing this. Oh, and that's the end of the day. No income and a little bit of expense. Not too bad. Okay, so we'll do that. I could have had them closer together if I'd switched them. Yeah, I can't because there's 180 coming in and my belts only support 120. That's fine. We'll build this side up, and I've put all of these the wrong way around. Every single one of them. Right, I think those are the right way around now. So we'll need to bring this up around here. And in fact, we're probably going to need to bring up 2. So let's see if I've got my thinking right. Oh, and I just realized that this isn't going to work. I'm going to need to step these back. That means that this is all too close. Because this is 240 coming out here. There's no way that this belt will support that. I'm going to need to split the belt. Is there a limit on what the pipes can carry? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't say that there's a limit. So the pipe won't be a problem, but these are going to be a problem. So I'm going to grab all of these and move them back by 1, which isn't really going to help. I need to sort of split these ones off. So I'll grab those and move them over by 1. That way I can bring 1 belt on the ground through to these ones. So let's just get rid of these and those 2. Then that one can go up, and that way this one can go in there. This one can go like that. Little lab stands across there. Belt that through into there, and then this one can come in and feed down there, and then the pipes can go across that way. Cool. That's going to be fine. This one, tell me I've got these the wrong way around as well. Man, what was I thinking? Okay, I think I got those right now. So thread those into there. This one needs to come out and then go that way. And then these 5, that'll take 100. So we will bring in this belt to go across to those. This one can come out and join into that, but then also split through this way. And I should maybe have, yeah, I think I'm going to take this one, move it over there, because then this output can come through this way. Conveyor lift to grab that lot, rotate it there. Then I'm going to do some building up with stone blocks. That will work. And then this output is going to come through from here into that spot. And this is where it will drop off. Need some lab stones to come across. Hang on, before I get excited. What's going on? I'm not going to be able to bring these 2 down combined, because what you put in is what you get out. All right, I'll get things started by bringing some fuel over. Have I made a mistake here as well? No, this should be fine. Bring a conveyor lift, rotate that, put it in, and then put that belt straight in there. And then I just need to bring this down, and that should start that process. These are 20 each, so this is going to do 80, this is going to do 100. They'll need to go on separate belts, which is quite okay. So we'll remove that one, and then we'll bring this down In fact, we'll bring it to there. And maybe what I can do is... Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. One will come down here, one will come down here. Then we'll work with that. 100 coming down there, and 80 coming down there. Connect this belt in, and there's 180. Now we need 3 blenders. Good. 3 blenders down, and then the belts will be there, and the overflow will go in there, and then this one will come through here and also connect to there. Good. And then our pipes. Okay, I'm going to bring these 3 up and bring these across and plug them straight into that, and that should start delivering any time once we've set the recipe, I suppose. So soap, and that's a lot of soap. Now we need to grind that soap. Now we have 60 of this soap coming through. That can we use these ones? Will they do a 1-to-1? 20, yes. All right, perfect. These upgraded grinders are great. And that means that we then have 60 soap powder. Perfect. And for now, we can just box it. And now we have to work on the next section. And that is the iron sand, 60 per minute. Now, we are getting some. And bear in mind, this is only going to give us 5 copper and 5 impure copper per minute, if we have it completely balanced. And, oh gosh, this is clogged up again. Where the heck is this charcoal coming from? Wait a minute, was there some in this box? There might have been. That's the only place I could think that it would be coming from. Yeah, it looks like this one's clogged as well. Yeah, it had to have been the leftovers that were in this box. Ah, silly. Oh, before this day ends, do I have another... I have another Saturn. Let's go and deliver. So we need some yeast powder. Vitality potion. All right, we've got that. And then some turquoise. And that we have plenty of. So let's go and deliver that huge payday. That's the bulk order. And submit. Perfect. Look at that. We have 5 gold. Oh, I think we're a millionaire. All right. Well, there's an urgent request. 3 Saturns. There's no way I can do that. This one I could do. That one I can do. And not that one. So let's pin that and that. And we'll go and get the stuff. Cool. I have everything to deliver those 2 quests. So 1 random quest delivered. And another random quest delivered. There you go. Now, if I'm not wrong, 1,000 silver coin is 1,000,000 copper coin. I think I might need to offload some. Things need to be topped up here anyway. Right, that is sorted. And are we ready over here? We are. So let's get rid of this. And I'm going to need to move this belt. Oh, man. I am going to need to move this belt quite a lot. Bugger. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Even if I move it over, well, not going to work so well. Okay, let's see if I can do this without causing too many issues. We just take all of this and cut it and move it over by 1. Then I just need to reconnect belts. I think that's going to work. Purchasing portal. Oh, gosh. Okay, yes, I need to just move this. So take those out and bring that over to there. All right, and then we can grab that and that. That looks good. Drop that in, throw that over, and that. Cool. All right, let's do the other side. We are ready there as well. This one's going to be a little easier. So, remove the belts. And grab this over there and over there. They should copy the recipe as well. And throw the coins in. Okay, why is this not working? Oh, that didn't have a recipe. In fact, none of these have recipes now. Okay, that's working. It looks like none of these are working because recipe. All right, this is sorted again. Perfect. Back to where we were. These are working. No, this one stopped. Why? Ah, geez, don't tell me there's more. No, it's sporadic, but it's working. This one might still be a problem. So we'll remove that. That needs to go just like that. All right, that's moving again. I hope I don't find any more charcoal powder on this belt. Okay, it's working. We do have a little bit of iron sand in here, but now we're going to need an ethanol. And I think maybe the ethanol doesn't need to be on one of those big burners. So we'll put a small one down. We'll rotate it like this. Pop it over there. Belt over to there. Conveyor lift in. Grab an ethanol and put that. Let's do it this way. Actually, you know what? There's more stuff to make after. There's rivets and stuff that we need to make. Let's just check something quickly before I need to disconnect this first. Yeah, the rivets are made in a processor. All right, that's not a problem. That's from the bronze. Copper bars are made in a crucible. Yeah. I think maybe I'm going to replace this with a big one. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Take that out, and then I'm out of brick. Yeah, that can go over there. And then I'll bring this belt through and pop that in. Right, so now we need the ethanol. And that's that. I'm going to put this over here. Yeah, off to the side is fine. This one I'm going to bring over. So tall stands, short stands, bring that into there. And then we're going to need a conveyor lift to bring that up. Not exactly an expandable setup, but you know, if it works, we will be making copper powder. Lovely. Now, we're going to need to see what comes out where. And someone mentioned that it might be the order that you put the belts in. So what are we getting there? Impure. Impure came out this side. That's not ideal. That means I'm going to need to hop this belt. Although, maybe not. No, I still need a crucible for this. Yep. These are both going to crucibles. Hold on. It's not going in. Impure copper powder in a crucible to make bronze. So why is it not making bronze? Let's try this one. This is working. This is making copper ingots. Is there something wrong with this belt maybe? Try and reconnect? No. Oh, is it maybe because I haven't done research? Hang on. Now I'm seeing the recipe, so that shouldn't be the problem at all. I mean, it definitely says impure copper powder into bronze ingot. So we wouldn't see this recipe if we hadn't already got the research. So that's obviously done. It's just not... wait, there it is. 5 per minute. Cool. Oh, that's making 5 per minute. And this is making... oh, there we go. Okay, so it is working now. So I think I will put a table down. We are getting copper ingots now. And right now, we're going to stash them because there's not much we can do with them except maybe turn them into coins, but we haven't got that recipe yet, so that's fine. Then this one, we can already start making bronze rivets in a processor. So we'll grab that, we'll belt that in, set this recipe to bronze rivets, and just like that, we're making bronze rivets, and we are making them at, oh, we're going to get 15 per minute from 5 ingots. Nice. I will give that a storage box, and we'll put it like that, and belt that in. There we go. We are getting bronze rivets. And then on this side, this is really just going to go into a storage box. And we'll use these again. Oh, I can't. No wood. Yep. Cool. That goes there. And we belt this into there. And there we go. Copper ingots. Absolutely brilliant. We do have a lot of Jupiters. I think I maybe want to start using some of them. So, I mean, if I just physically drop one in, can I? I can. And it takes 12 seconds. And I'll get 2 experience for this upgrade, I think. Okay, it takes more like a minute because it's 20% in 12 seconds. Oh, and I got it. I got the skill points, or the upgrade points. Now I have 3. Aha, okay. All right, now I do see that my box is going down. So I am using more than I'm producing on power. Yeah, maybe that is the place. Let's go into those upgrades. And fuel efficiency 10%, and we'll use a point for that. Confirm. I have 2 more points, and I don't know where I want to use them yet. I mean, I could get fertilizer efficiency. I don't know if I'm having a problem with fertilizer yet. This box is completely backed up. This one, I don't know, is it backing up? Yeah, it is kind of. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to hold on to those points. I could get better deals from quests. Add another 10% quest. Ooh, actually, another 10%. Oh, yeah, okay. 10% is quite a bit of an increase. Let's go and see what we've got. Okay, so we can already submit that one. This one, yep, I could do that. And that one, I could actually do pretty quickly, I think. We are getting the rivets, but I don't have the Saturn yet. Oh, and this is 0 days. All right, well, let's pin this one and see if we can quickly deliver that. So grab some steel gears, just top up my existing stock. And some wooden pulleys. Cool. Let us deliver. Done. And then I'll pin this one. Let's see if we can get it done. It's almost the end of the day though. I doubt it. It would be great. We're 80% there. Nope, I don't think we're going to do that. And this rivet production is going to be very slow now. We've got 89, 90. Well, yeah, we're getting there. Yep, I think we're going to miss that one. It'll be a crying shame, but what do we do? The day has come to an end. We made a loss, but that is quite okay. And it looks like our belt needs more coin, so I'll drop off some. Let's see what happens if we drop off the gold coin. Ooh, that is going to be pretty good. That should fill the lines quite nicely. Yep, this is slowed down because we didn't have enough coin coming through. So we should be able to solve that problem now. Yeah, it's starting to work. This side, man, it does chew them up, doesn't it? But we're going to have some spare in the box, so that's okay. Yep, and these have now filled up. Good stuff. Let's see what new quests we have. Urgent request for 135 yeast powder. Okay. And then, oh, I could do that one as well. We've got yeast powder. We have this vitality potion. We need a Jupiter. And I think just for fun, we'll drop another one in here. And then we just need 90 soap. And we have everything. So nice early in the morning, we can go and submit 2 quests. And they have given me some really good reward. Excellent. And I got a new skill point. Right, so the stackable crucible, there it is. We have it now. I'm quite keen on seeing what the cauldron can do, so we'll start that research. And then, there's something to make. We'll queue that one up as well, the copper bearings. Then there's malachite. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at that. That's another jewelry item. I'm pretty keen on building though. So let's go and have a look at what we need for the next building tool upgrade. Oh, I have everything. It's lots of steel, 30 pieces. So that is done. We have maxed out our building tool. And if we scroll down to the bottom, yep, there we now have pillars. So we can come and put down pillars and we can build onto our place. And I have completed the cauldron. So let's remove that. What do we need to make a cauldron? 30, oh, it looks like 30 bronze ingots. And I haven't been saving bronze ingots. Okay. And I have finished the bearings. Now, what are bearings made in? Okay, first let me fix this and remove those. Then I'm going to put a storage box over here. Get the processor like that. Set the recipe for the processor to be bronze rivets. Oh, and the processor also makes the copper bearings. Nice. And just reconnect that belt. And now we'll get some, hopefully some copper ingots in there. So we need another processor. And we can put it like that. And bring this belt through to there. And then we'll put a small storage box like there. And plug that in. And set this recipe to be copper bearings. Super. Yeah, definitely have to ramp up this iron thing. I might have to have a separate iron production just to feed this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Now, iron ore is fairly cheap. Wait, how are we looking on the belt? Ooh, our money is actually backed up for a change. That's pretty nice. And we still have some in the box. So let me put half of it in here. Make sure that belt is very well backed up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an iron setup right next to this lot. I'll put it over there. How are we doing? This is not backing up. Actually, maybe it is. I'll keep an eye on that. Cool, and then we can bring this over to here and bring it up right there. That'll fire that up, and then what if we can do another 3? Yeah, this belt is in the way. Now these are going to do 10 per minute. So it's an extra 20 per minute. Yeah, that too should be fine actually. And this is a fairly straightforward setup because I can just grab these. I don't mind if we have extra iron ore. Iron ore, relatively speaking, is cheapish. We'll set this target to there, there, and this target to there. What's the chances of being able to fit a table in here? No. Pity. I could do that though. Now these do 4 per minute. These are producing 20, so I'll need 5 of those. And that works out pretty well. Oh, I've got this on the wrong side. I've got these the wrong way around. Holy cow. Man, it's just a pain in the bottom. How did I land up with so much iron ore? Okay, now I can do this. And then rotate that. Okay, that's all loaded up, and then relink, and then bring out that conveyor just like this. And that can all come together, head down this way, and link into there. Let's see how that works. That should improve the copper and bronze production quite a bit, I hope. Yeah, an extra 20. Yeah, we will see how that goes. But it is already looking better. So these are the stackable crucibles. Grab, not those. Grab some of these rivets and let's go and have a look at them. Can only be built on heating devices, of course. So if I put that there, can't see what it does, but you can put them on top of each other like that, and the heat transfers through. And is there a limit? It doesn't look like it. You'll have to wind a belt up to reach all of them, but yeah. All right. We'll just remove all of those. At least I know what they look like. I assume they do the same recipes as these, except that they are stackable. Gosh, and all that money is gone again. Its central distribution hub here is looking okay, but none on the belt over here. No, that's fine. As long as everything is being fed, it looks like we're okay with coin pretty much everywhere. Let's throw another Jupiter in here. Oh, end of the day. Ooh, that was a good day. 225,000 quest rewards. Yeah, I think we might have run a loss. But yeah, lots and lots of coin on the belts, so we should be fine. Got new quests, and I think I could do both of them. That one needs some salt, that one needs some salt. Yeah, if I get 300, just salt, right? I think if I get 320 salt, which shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. No, definitely not. Oh, jeepers, I need to move this. I've got spare iron ore. How did I even land up with spare iron ore? There, those are out of my inventory now. I should have enough to deliver both of those quests. So nice when you can do your quests early in the morning. Oh wait, I needed some turquoise as well. So top that up. So that one's delivered, and that one's delivered. That was over 100 silver coin. Awesome. And we have copper bearings and rivets. Ooh, things are going well. So we've got an advanced blender. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Malachite, that looks like it needs clay and impure... Is that the impure copper? Then it gives malachite and some other stuff. There's also the refiner. Let's research that. We're going to have to put that down and see what recipes we get out of it. Alright, that is finished. Let's go and have a look. So there's the refiner. Let's pop it over here. And nope, it's one of those that you put something in and you get something out. So we're going to have a look in here and see if there's anything that the refiner can do. There's chamomile. Oh, we haven't done that yet. Oh, that's chamomile powder. Is that what is needed for this? That looks like chamomile powder, clay, and brine. You know, kind of tempted. And that's done in an advanced blender. Oh, okay, so we do need the advanced blender. We'll start that research. Okay, that's done. I've still got 2 upgrade points. Maybe let's see what our fuel thing is looking like over here. Yeah, the fuel is definitely going down. Let's do the fuel efficiency again. Get another 10%. Confirm. Yeah, I don't want to do this one. Factory efficiency is good, but it increases your heat consumption along with your device speed. I don't have enough heat yet. That needs to be sorted out. Which is why I was looking at reworking this one over here. Okay, so this is basically 3 stone crushers that I could stack. So, I mean, if I took this, I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but if I took this and I confirm, I should be able to, if I had the resources, put another one on top. And that would be 6 stone crushers, making 120 stone per minute. That would feed into 24 simple crushers or 12 of the new crushers. Anyway, this is the one I was setting up for the fuel. Similar sort of thing. You could put the coal in here. This would give you 60 coal per minute. I could change to the new crucibles. These crucibles do 10 per minute. I feel like I need to do a little tester. Do I have a spare thing available? Yeah, I do have a little bit of space over here. So if I was to... Oh, that's not going to work. Put that over there. Get a small box. Oh, I'm out of wood. Actually, my wood is backed up over here. So throw that there. Do I have some stone? I do have a bit. It's not stone that I want though. It's not coke. It's charcoal I want to have a look at. So, not charcoal, coal. So I'm just going to steal a bit of coal off these belts. Go and throw it in here. And let's see what this does. Also 10 per minute. But it's stackable. So basically I could have 2 sets of these with their own purchasing portals down here. And then I could double this up with the stackable ones. And these stack on top of each other as well. That would be quite a lot of power. And then I would either replace this setup. I'll try and keep that also pretty narrow. Or just do it somewhere else and feed everything through. Although that's going to be a bit of a pain. Maybe I could do it in here where my original fuel processing was done. And then get rid of this. It is possible. So if I build that up, this is the output. So that would need to be elevated. Or brought up to a level. Yeah, let's remove all of these. Right. Yes, delete. And then we're going to do stackable. They are longer. Okay, so that is 6 of them. And another 6. These would need to be belted out in that direction. Oh, no, they won't. No, they won't. These automatically go straight into the crushers. Okay, so that is quite a bit. It's 120 per minute. And then I could bring them out on this side, take them back, drop them down, or pretty much do whatever I want with them. So we can build this up to about there, belt to this side in that direction. Put some of those down, bring this one down, so rotate it so it goes like that, and that in, and then another belt across to there. Ah, yeah, there's a bit of a problem. Not enough space to bring this one around. So, we'll match the widths. This can go there, we'll bring that all the way up. This belt can come out, head in that direction, and then this belt can join into it. So this setup, maybe, I don't know if it's good, but there would need to be, because this has got to be self-feeding, I might need to drop the belt over here. So let's take those out and then put this in over here, and then half goes that way, and, well, it doesn't need to go all the way that way. It just needs to go into there, and then the other half can split off somewhere else. And then I need to bring all of those up, and I have this spot over here that I can do that. So in the interest of making things compact, let's grab this and cut it and bring it one closer, like that. Okay, and we're going to build this side up. We're going to bring this belt over. So I need to get that belt in. This one can come up to there. There's a belt needed in there that goes to there, and a one in here that goes into there. And then I need to build this up a little bit more. Right, and then we can put a couple of blocks in here, build that up, get that belt, bring it up. Is that the right? Nope, it's not. I need to switch direction, rotate that. This can come up to there. And then I just need to bring lab stands down. Oh, heck, I'll just use the bigger lab stands, taller ones. Those go through to there. This belt comes out and feeds the bottom just like that. And then I'll need the short lab stands on top of that, there, so that when I copy this, I will take it from here, drag it around, grab that, and F to confirm, and I'm missing some large wooden gears. Alright, well, let's sort that out. Oh, end of the day. Yeah, I think I ran another loss. I'm not selling enough. Alright, quests. What have we got for quests? Bulk order. I like bulk orders. Let's pin that one. It might be a bit of a tough one, but I got 4 days. This random one? Oh yeah, I could do that. That's also needing... Yeah, that's needing 150 rivets. And I think I might have a completed Saturn. If not, it's very close. No, there's one in here. Cool. Let's go and get those gears so we can build this thing. I'll get to that quest shortly. So, back to selecting all of this. F to confirm. Put that over there. We are going to need to build this up. So we'll put that there. There will be lab stands down over here. Oh, these blueprints could become pretty intricate and very difficult to fix if you make a mistake, which I have been prone to making. So bring this across. And what am I out of? Nails. No problem. Got nails close by. Could bring that to there. Put that over. And then we could bring this over to here and to there. And now we're going to have to bring it down. Okay, I'm going to need to extend these. So we'll put that out there. Small one on top. Now we can do a small one there and then get a couple of blocks in there. Close that off. And actually put a row across to there. Get our belts out. Bring those across. Conveyor lift. Change direction. Rotate that. And then belt that across to there. Just like that. And now we have quite a lot of production that we could use for producing coke. Yeah. All I would need to do is plug this in. And that should work. Unless I've missed something huge. And if I really wanted to, I could go nuts and close this whole side off. And put lab stands over here and close all of this off. But that's 120 coke powder per minute. Definitely an improvement. Well, I don't need this. I'd have to do some work over here because we'd need a whole bunch of purchasing portals and those need to be linked to a money line. And just get rid of that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And this is high enough that the coke I don't think will clip through. And I have to do something similar to this for the sand as well. Because we're going to need a lot of sand. A lot of sand. Anyway, see no reason why I shouldn't blueprint this. Confirm. Save as blueprint. 120 per minute coke powder. There we go. And I can use the coke powder logo there. Perfect. Confirm. So there you go. We have a blueprint. I've actually made one. Probably put them up on my Patreon sometime soon. Let's go and look. We needed 150 rivets. We have enough rivets. We need salt. So we've got the salt that we need. Then we need 160 of the bearings. Copper bearings. That might be a bit tricky. We add 82. Well, let's go and submit the first request. That is this one. And that's 335. Man, good money there. Going to be making a profit today. We need 2 Jupiters, which won't be a problem. 40 turquoise, not a problem. In fact, I'm going to hop over there and grab those. Just top up the stack that I've got. 90 yeast powder. We'll top up the stack I have there, so that's fine. The 2 Jupiters, I've got 1 in my hand, and now I've got 2. And we keep making them. I'll just toss another. I could do this automatically, but meh, what the hell. I might need to put a second one in to get the next upgrade, because I think they are worth 10 experience points each. Confirm that. Yeah, experience 10. So it's really just the copper bearings that we're waiting for. And we aren't making anything else out of the copper. We are getting copper through. It is super slow. What is this recipe? 5 makes 10. Okay, so not too bad. We'll get there. I need to top up my coins. So I will just go and drop all of those in. And I'll pick up what's in this box at the moment. Maybe throw a couple more copper coins in there as well. Get those out of my inventory. Yeah, I'm probably going to need another setup like this to make this more efficient. Because right now, I think we're making about 50 per minute, maybe? Yeah, we're getting 11.2 per minute out of these. Oh gosh, what now? Is this backed up again? It has. It's backed up with steel. Oh my gosh. I have too much steel. That needed a bigger box, for sure. Okay, well, steel ingots then. Need a bigger box for them. I'll just put it on the floor over here. Rotate that in and rotate that. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait a minute. This doesn't need to be here. Yeah, I can fix this. So we take this one out. So that's gone. Then we can bring this one down like that. Couple of belts. That there. And production should start again. Wow. Imagine having too much steel. Amazing. Right, we're up to 125. It's evening. I didn't actually check how long I had for that. Is it an urgent request? No, it's a bulk order. I've got a few days for it. Wow. No, that's fine. I'm going to get this done. Let's keep an eye on this. Make sure that they're all working again. They are. Well, at least it wasn't a charcoal problem. But I mean, now that I know these setups and I've got an idea, I think I could make all of this a lot more efficient. Much better. And of course, I could also build. Now, this is physics-based, so it's not going to let you build out too far. But I would need a staircase somewhere to get me up to the next level. That's pretty easy. And we could even go across the road by these properties, bridge the road, have a massive area upstairs producing. But it looks like these blueprints are going to be a thing, and I'm going to need to very quickly organize one for sand. Because like this is working, but we're not producing enough. Oh yes, I needed to produce more over here for the glass. I'm not producing enough here. So I could use exactly the same setup without the crucibles. Yeah, to make a lot of sand. I'd need a heap of sand. Well, we'll get that. We'll get it sorted out. This just needs some adjustments, and it doesn't need a blast furnace unless I decide to make one that specifically makes a lot of glass. But I don't know if I want to do that. I'd rather have one that makes sand that I can use in all sorts of other applications, like clay and bricks. Well, it looks like we've got our copper bearings, so if I'm fast, we can go and deliver that bulk order before the end of the day. That's a 360 silver. Nice. Submit. Awesome. And then I can go and drop all of that off in there and take out of the box because half of it will end up in there anyway. Great. And we are backing up on coin over here. That's what you like to see. What do I need for the next inventory upgrade? I haven't even looked. Oh, transformation potion. So let's grab that. Now this should be a pretty big increase to my inventory. We got 5 by 8. If we do this inventory upgrade, cool, then we have another row by the looks of things. That's the end of the day, 695, massive profit day. I am very happy with that. Yep, we've got a whole extra row at the bottom with that. And is there another one? Inventory? There actually is, and you need pocket watches for that. Just 2 of them, but yeah, you need pocket watches, which I don't think I've even unlocked yet. But I'm making everything that you could to produce those. Awesome. Well, I think as the sun starts rising, that's where I'm going to end this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. We got copper set up. We have a blueprint for fuel, a lot of fuel. We're making bearings. We're making bronze rivets because we're making bronze. And we're sort of getting everything worked out. Still haven't figured out what we're going to use the refiner for. I'm sure it'll come up. Ah, this looks like it's starting to back up again. Perfect. We have an upgrade point that I'm not going to bother with, but I think in the next episode I'm going to start making my way towards the growth potion so that we can finish that main quest. That also makes black powder, and I assume that green stuff there is most likely sulfur because sulfur would be in black powder, and that has a heat value of 3600p. Woof. Hang on. Coke was only like 660, right? Coke powder, yeah, 660. And now I've increased it a bit, but holy cow. That is, and it's a way to get rid of that brine as well. That's a lot. That's like 6 times the amount. But it looks like we then have to go back to charcoal powder, which is fine. We can do that. Anyway, we could make copper coin out of our copper ingots if those ever filled up. There are a few other things that we can get to. Mars, I'm going to hold back a little bit. As soon as I produce those, it's going to want them. So I'm going to hold off on that. And the malachite as well, until I've figured out sand. That one's going to be a bit tricky. Sand and copper. So we'll hold off on that. But we'll get there shortly. Let's see what new quests we've got. We've got a random quest that I can deliver. And an urgent request that I think I could also deliver. That random quest, 130. Yeah, not a lot of money today available. But that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.